I hate seeing you like this, so I'm flexing my eyes real hard to keep from crying. It's okay. We can still have a normal conversation. So, how's the food?
The Cyclops will drown you in your overwatered lawns.
Oh, David. Could be worse. You guys could be a total power failure.
Eat glass.
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
And we've got him, John, with us today from the end of the bench. John, thanks for being here, my friend.
You bet. Always a great time, Al. How you doing?
Good. I realized that I'm not the only one needing some real sports to discuss. I love watching. I make sure I get up early enough that I can catch the ESPN top plays of the day, the 10, they count them down. Yep. I find it interesting. I think anybody who could do the flying Superman and catch a ball, you're going to make it. I mean, okay. And the World Series came on, the Kid World Series, so every kid that made a diving catch was on. I know it makes their lives. I love that. A couple things I dislike. I dislike that in women's basketball, it's a good pass. Right, that's there's no dunking, there's no behind the back stuff, and I realized we were at just a depth of nothingness until yesterday. This morning's ESPN must have had out of the 10, 6 were something that happened with people you don't know playing in a game that doesn't matter for football. That's how bad it's like. Please, football. See, we see through a football. We're all in need of football.
Football
Are you there?
Is the god of all sports.
Yeah. And we're just there. We need it.
It's funny when you see it coming because I still get the paper, okay, on the weekends at least.
Yeah.
And the amount of coverage in sports of both of our Twin Cities papers on football goes it's pages and pages before anybody has even touched the pigskin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, is this the only thing going on?
It is. We need it. So we have it coming. I ask you then, this is the question. So we'll get a little football. There's some more preseason tonight. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will have the Vikings' first preseason against the Texans. It's on the NFL Network. I can't imagine they're playing that on local. You rent? Are you going to rent this to watch it? No.
Not preseason. I mean, we were talking before we went on air, and it's not what it used to be, Al.
Yeah.
It used to be at least you expected to see your starters for like a quarter.
Yeah.
And it was great to come in and watch and see the names and see the guys you're rooting for and see how they do. Now it's a bunch of nobodies. And I mean nothing against those guys, okay?
Yeah.
But these guys are vying for a spot on the team or maybe a spot on the practice squad. And Flores and the guys are going to throw some schemes at them and see how they do and see who pairs up. But it's all about who are we going to cut on Monday.
Well, let me ask you this about JJ. They're going to play McCarthy, supposedly. And this is the game 1 year ago. He gets in as going to be the next guy, blows an Achilles. Let me throw a couple more things at you. We know for a fact the first 3 regular season games, Bears, Falcons, and Bengals, Addison will not be there. He's paying a bit of a penalty for a DUI. We still don't know about J.J. Jefferson, right? He's out with a hammy. How bad was that? We don't know. Why risk this? And here's my point. Like you said, none of the regulars are going to be in. When the Texans come out against us, every kid that's there is vying for a spot on the team. I have to get to the quarterback. Nothing else matters. They're going to go after this poor kid. We aren't going to have our best front line in front of them. I don't know why you're risking. Now, if you got to have preseason workout, put him in at the Titans game, the third preseason game, for a couple of reps, see how he does. I get it. He can't be nothing. But in a Texans game, when, like you say, it's a bunch of guys that have been, football my life, all the way down. Now they have to prove it or not. I don't know that I risk my quarterback.
Well, he still has to get into game situations. So I get that. They've got to give him some of that.
So that third preseason game, when we generally see a guy play a half or a quarter, let him do that. I'm okay with it. We might know if JJ's back. My point is, something happens to him, even just a bruised knee or whatever, you got nothing those first 3 games. Or you could have nothing.
But that can happen anytime. So I think they're going to take that risk. I wouldn't be surprised. I think he'll only probably play, not one set of downs if it's 3 and out, but I think they'll only let him march down the field once, and then they'll probably pull him. Okay. Because you make a good point. You know, he's the franchise, and they don't want to see that go away. And there may be a couple other spot guys in there that they try in different positions. You might see some of those new linemen in there because maybe they want to try them out as a new team. Yeah. In that formation.
Well, that'd be the only thing worth watching. That'd be that might be worth watching that first quarter, but I'm not getting. But now have we grown through the good old days when a Minnesota Viking game was not sold out? You were always running the risk you couldn't see it on TV. Then General Mills would walk in and pay $5,000 worth of tickets. He'd buy the tickets out, and you got to see your beloved Vikings, right?
I remember.
Yeah, those were the days. This game on NFL Network, I don't think we're going to see it. I'm not buying the NFL Network. There are 2 games, the 2 that are over the pond, same thing. You're going to tell me 8:30 in the morning I also have to rent NFL Network for the week? No. Tell me those would be on TV, John. Do we know? Will I get to see that game in England not on the NFL Network?
I don't know. And I mean, I understand that's the way viewing is going, but I think the NFL is kind of being hogs. I mean, they make kind of money already. They make more money than probably the next 3 pro sports combined. I don't know if anybody's ever done the analysis, but it's probably close, right?
Yeah.
So why do you guys need to ding fans for even more money just to watch it?
Then if you go past those 2 games across the pond, we come back, pay the Eagles, the next game's Chargers on Prime Video. And it's like, I need 3 different options to watch my beloved Vikings? That's not cool.
That's the other thing that is maddening about that. I mean, you've only got 17 games here, okay? It's not like baseball where you got 162 games and you can, okay, so ESPN has the game of the week. Well, I'll miss that one, but I can watch these other ones.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you go to a club or a bar and you watch it there too, because most of them will pay for that because they know what it means. But I don't like it. I agree with you, Al. There ought to be, they ought to mandate that a certain amount of games, maybe it's a fourth of the season, be free and on a public channel. Some kind.
Fair. I agree. Something over the air. Got to go to break. When we come back, I can't wait. John would have never thought this morning when he got up on his bingo card he'd be talking about sex toys and the WNBA. We talk about that next. I'm serious. We're talking about it next at the Al Travis Show.
Dust from gravel roads and driveways does more than make your car dirty inside and out. It gets down into your lungs, and it's bad for your health. Now there's an environmentally friendly solution for your dust problems. It's called DustLock. DustLock can control all your summer dust problems with just one application. Protect your vehicle and your lungs. Learn more at dustlock.com.
Do you have a closet full of old videos, photos, slides, or films? Regain that space and preserve those memories for future generations. Visit archivinglifemedia.com. or call 952-829-8018. See how safe and simple it is to digitize all your media. Gain peace of mind knowing that all those important memories will be saved and can be seen and shared again. Do it today. Check out archivinglifemedia.com or give them a call, 952-829-8018.
as in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
Walk softly for me, my friend. Here we've got John from the guys at the end of the bench talking sex toys in the WNBA. Who knew that was coming up today?
My ears.
It's a sex toy. We'll leave it at that. For at least 3 games during an NBA game, one of these would be flung onto the floor, thus making it have to stop. People are weird. What do they do in hockey? Is it a squid or something? What is it that they throw in the hockey? What hockey?
Well, they
team
throw
is
a
that?
lot of different things in hockey.
Well, hats. I know there's some teams get the squid. Okay. So this has stopped some basketball games, and they're asking people not to do it anymore, which, of course, then it seemed to come a little quicker. It's a weird green color. I don't know if there's something to that. My point being is I didn't think it was possibly anything more than knuckleheads. But a guy came out yesterday and told ESPN, under the guise of anonymity, his company is starting some crypto coin, and they've been doing it for publicity. Yeah, look at your face. I thought the same thing when I read it. Wait a minute. This is you trying to grab some publicity off the fact this is happening because it makes no sense.
That's exactly what I thought.
So this is the marketing world. This is what I love, John. So we have, you saw that gal, and Sweeney, whatever her name was, and she's got good genes. Brilliant marketing. I don't know, their market cap goes up $55 million, whatever. I mean, just brilliant. This is different. I don't know if people are doing it, why they're doing it. I really don't. This guy's jumping on it. Have you ever heard of such a thing like this before? I don't even get the correlation. Let's say it's not a crypto coin. Why are you bringing one to the game? And I don't get it.
Well, first of all, how do they get through security?
There must not be a lot of pat downs, or they're even saying they're going to keep people from bringing purses, or
you got to bring in like a see-through bag nowadays, don't you? So I
don't know.
It's there for everybody to see, and
people are weird.
Could it be classified as a weapon, Al? In some situations, possibly.
I guess if you got beat up, but I don't know if someone could keep you from bringing one to the club. You can get in trouble for throwing it on the court, get kicked out. I get it, but can they keep you from bringing one? I don't know. I didn't think we'd talk about that today. I thought I'd throw it in. One more thing. The great article today, maybe it was an opinion piece. I don't even remember. Can you trust the Twins anymore? John, your whole life, you are as livid a Twins fan as anyone I know. Are you to that point where you're just like, I'm done with it? Or will you be back and will you be spending more money next year buying the nudist shirts? The new colored shirt? Where are you at?
I'm greatly upset about the whole thing. It still hurts. That fire sale still hurts. I remain a fan for the players because some of them I admire and some of them are really like. I'm a big fan of Buck. I'm pretty high on Royce. But man, if I saw Jim Pohlad, I'd probably be arrested.
Just no time for
I couldn't stop at words with what I'd had for the man. It's like, fine, if you don't want the team, then just do whatever you got to do to unwind your hands from it. Put it in temporary control of somebody else. I don't care, but just get away from it.
It would seem they're
ugly.
Yeah, it would seem they're very much involved in something they dislike. So I think you're right. Just hire somebody who go run the thing the best you can, get as much as you can out of it for me, and then walk away from it full ads. I don't necessarily disagree. Do you think you're alone in that? What I mean by that is tonight is the first game. Kansas City will be here. The first home game since the purge. People be there? Will there be many people there? Is this going to forecast the rest of the season? Who wants to go to the game tonight? It's going to be miserably warm.
It is going to be miserably warm. There's already a heat advisory out, right? So
yeah,
you'll get fans there. I was joking with a friend the other day. I said, the primo tickets, the season ticket holders probably be dumping theirs for a song because the season's over, and you might be able to pick up some nice seats on StubHub or something for a pretty good price. And if you like just watching baseball because you like the sport, that's great, right? But as a Twins fans, it's sort of like, meh,
I've never owned season tickets, so maybe I'm not. you go in with the buying of an expectation the team will put the best they can on the field. Is that something they breach with you? Do you know, have you ever heard of a team saying, if you're really that upset, John, we'll give you, whatever prorated out and get you your money back? Is there any chance that that has ever happened? Or is it you just, hey, we'll do what we want to do. You've given us your money already.
No, they grab the money all the way.
All right.
In fact, this goes back to 87. I remember my brother and I bought postseason tickets for the Twins.
Okay.
We bought them for the ALDS, right? And you
Yep.
had to buy the whole strip of 7 or 5.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then we had to buy World Series tickets. We're like, they're not going to make it to the World Series. But you had to put your money in like 2 months in advance.
Yeah.
And they held the money.
Sure.
And you only got a refund once the series was over and they determined they didn't need your money for those other tickets. And then they would send it back to you. But we got our money's worth with those ALDS tickets for sure.
Well, is that the same? And again, I'm sorry for not knowing. My fine cable company, Bevcom, gave us the Twins channel. It's the only thing on it. It says nothing off the air until the game's on, and then it's on. They gave us that. Thank you, by the way. Didn't cost me anything more. But you bought a package, as I understand it, and I think we were talking about it was like $100. Was it $100 up front, and now you're screwed, or is it a monthly thing and you can dump out? Do you remember?
No, I paid for the season, so I got virtually all games, home or away, except for a few that were like game of the week where the rights were given to, ESPN or whoever. And I made some use of it. And it was kind of fun to watch baseball on TV again.
Yeah.
I could even pull it up on my little iPad.
Okay.
So if I didn't want to be attached inside the house,
Sure.
I could sit on the porch and have a cigar and a beer and watch Twins.
See, and I've watched as much Twins. I'm usually a radio guy, but I'd watch as much Twins up until this point as I ever have. Saturday or Sunday out in the garage with a cigar doing something. I have watched a lot of Twins. I'm not as invested as you. My goodness, I saw this coming. But what I want to know is fluke games. We won 2 out of 3 against Detroit. The first series we won since the break against the number one team. Yeah. So we're coming. We're only 11 games back. Just fluke. Is this anything that says, look at this, we can take Kansas City, we can take Cleveland, we're coming?
Well, if they get 11 hits in a game and score 9 runs a game, on average, they'll make the playoffs.
Well,
and they will.
Okay.
But I think in some ways, they're probably, I will say they're going to win more games than lose the last 7 weeks of the season. Why? Because these young guys got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
they're going to let it all hang out. They're going to play loose. They're going to play with abandon. There's no pressure on them. And the pressure will be on the other teams because they're the ones fighting for the playoff spots and everything else. Maybe we'll play spoiler.
Well, we've got
some games.
I'm out of time. We're 50-some games to go, and I'm looking. There are 7 teams ahead of us, and we're at least 6 games back. Anything possible. See, John, you've drank the Kool-Aid. You drank it. Hey, I appreciate you being here, my friend. I know you did not think about sex toys in the WNBA when you got up this morning. Appreciate you being here.
I thought about Dust Lock. Make sure you get some of that.
Oh, that stuff's good. That's real good.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests you try something